Mondays.
Monday, okay. I will let you know. How far away is it?
From Slippery Rock, it's probably 40 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
We are live. There's no one. There's no one on, but we're live.
It usually takes about 10 minutes for everybody to join us.
That's true.
Oh!
Tucker down.
I didn't do it. Coco, why would you do that?
I didn't do that. Your light went out.
That happens. Coco's breaking stuff, everybody.
Oh, I break everything. I break necks.
Hey, look, will you get the hats and Swedish fish? Please and thank you. It's hot in here. Do you think it's hot in here? I think
It's because I'm here.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because I'm hot cocoa.
You got it right there.
Luke better be here.
He messaged us. He asked if we were doing it, so I assume he will be here. This is the part of the video everyone gets to fast forward through because there's nothing going on.
Yeah. What the heck is this?
It's Mickey. Oh, it's Minnie ears. Oh, you're adorable.
It's like squeezing my temple.
You like it.
My temple being squeezed. Ah!
Just break it.
It doesn't say you're live yet.
It doesn't.
No.
Well, it lies to you then.
Loki, you need to get down. Sit.
What?
Sit.
Get down. Get up, get down.
Ow! Oh, ow! Ow! Ow!
What is your
He
problem?
bit my eyelid, Daniel.
Ouch.
Hey, don't do that.
Ow. Sit, 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 sit. Okay, now it says you're live.
Stay. Are you okay? You sure?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Upset?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You hear that, look?
You're in trouble now.
Why'd you take your hat off?
Because I don't want to.
You were so cute.
I don't want to. They keep on. Not meant to be.
It's because your head is weirdly shaped.
Weirdly shaped and normal.
Hey, Loki. Stop that. Stop it. No. You don't get any of these. These aren't for you. It's not puppy treats. Hey! Loki. Loki. Quiet. No. No. Hey you. Hey you. Go. Go get your toy. Go get your toy. Come on. Go get some nature toy. Where's Luke? Go get Luke.
Where's Corey at?
Upstairs. He hides. He doesn't come out of his little hole.
Alright.
You can text him and tell him you're here, though maybe he'll come down.
Is he in the chat?
I'm sure not. Luke says hi.
Luke, hello. Cheater.
Those are some fighting words right there. Luke, how's the volume?
No.
Loki. You're gonna have to go back in your pen if you're gonna keep acting like this. Good? Excellent. Well, we'll start now. I'm sure more people will show up. So, raffle drawing is now. We've got Mickey hat, mini ears, and child's cap. So to join the raffle, it was pretty easy. All you had to do was tag somebody on any of our 3 social medias. That was Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, obviously. And you could tag the same person on all 3 if you wanted to. And you'd still get 3 entries into it. Luke's commenting on things. I'll get to that in a minute.
Holy heck, Luke.
Luke, I'll get to you in a second. We're going to do the drawing first. So, in the little hat, we have all the names. Coco, go ahead and draw the name on it.
Where the heck are they?
Oh, that's right. No one signed up.
I was so excited.
Yeah, no one signed up for the drawing. So we'll do it one more week if anyone wants to. If not, this hat's mine. I like it. That's why I picked it. So it'll be my hat. It'll be her ears.
Hey, I'll throw in something for a raffle to get it going.
Well, we're going to have more raffles in the future with other things. We were just in
You're
Disney.
gonna auction off yourself. A date with hot cocoa.
We'll have that in the future for all you ladies or men out there.
No.
We'll raffle a date with Coco
Ladies only.
in the future.
Can I?
You can.
I don't need a raffle. He belongs to me anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You hear what she's saying about you?
Uh-huh.
But that's in the future. We have other things we're going to raffle as well. But we were in Disney, so it made sense that we would do a Disney-style raffle. But yeah, no one signed up for it. So we'll do it for the next week. If anybody wants to, same way. You know, it's the same entry. Feel free to go back and watch those instructions if you want. It's pretty easy, though. You just tag somebody. If not, there are hats. So there you have it.
That was funny how you did that.
I thought so. I enjoyed it.
I didn't feel anything. I'm like, wait a minute. Am I missing that?
I thought you knew.
No, I didn't.
That's funny. That makes me giggle on the inside.
That was a good one.
So Luke says, I'm repainting my rotor at Beatty Tech, and it looks sick. As in, like, green, maybe some yellowish in there.
Does it look like it's going to barf?
Little red chunks. Luke, is that what you mean?
Black and blue.
There's a delay.
Fade. I'm faded. You're going to be black and blue whenever I get revenge on you, Luke.
Oh, my.
After barrel tagging me.
He's not answering fast enough. He's ruining my joke. So he already told us that he's making it black and blue with a fade. You're less fun, Luke. You got to answer faster. You're as slow as Coco on here. Hey, stop.
I can't help
Stop it.
it.
So you are making it black and blue. Is it a black in fading into a blue or blue fading into a black? And I thought it already was blue.
Mine's blue.
What colors is his? I thought his was blue. Loki. Hush.
Blue fading into black.
Blue fading into black. And what color is it now? It's already painted. Okay, what color was it before you painted it then? It's like pulling teeth from this child.
Hello.
Who is it?
Logging off.
Oh, she's done with work.
Wait, that was your log off?
It's on my last video.
No, the phone system is through the computer.
So I could go look at the video, or you could just tell me. I hate you. I hate you so much.
Well, mine, it used to be blue with black squares on it until it's been in the turf a lot. So now it's all getting scraped off.
So it was mostly gray with black streaks in it, like a
Probably like
or like a
dark blue.
rock look,
Mm.
and then it had blue lining. I hate you.
Luke, you need to start wearing cleats. Like boots aren't gonna cut it.
Yeah, so we actually just did our interview with Coco. So as I'm sure everyone actually watching this video knows, I'm going to be starting to do interviews with paintballers, YouTube paintballers, and just straight paintballers. We're actually going to have the inaugural one tomorrow with A-Dog. So I'm going to interview A-Dog live tomorrow. So everyone tune in for that.
I'm
It'll
gonna be at a wedding. Damn it.
What time's your wedding?
5.
Till when?
So
Forever.
yeah, till I pass out.
Okay, so you'll miss it.
Damn.
You can see it later though.
Yeah.
It'll probably be about the same time as we usually do, 7:30. We'll be out camping, so I want to do it before it gets dark. You know, we need the lighting. But we recorded Coco's today. That'll be coming out next week. So let me know, everybody, if you think I should do it on Wednesdays or Fridays. Either day works for me. I just need one to do. So let me know what you think. What do you think? Wednesdays or Fridays?
Definitely Wednesdays.
He says definitely Wednesdays. So let me know if you agree with him on Wednesdays or if you think Fridays are better. I would probably agree that Wednesdays are better. People have stuff to do on Fridays, such as weddings. Luke says same as in you agree with Wednesdays. Same, Coco, yes. I assume that means Wednesdays. Okay. So A-Dogs will be tomorrow, Friday, but after that, it will do Wednesdays. So Coco's will come out next Wednesday. It's actually a pretty good interview. I got to edit a few things out, mostly my stuff. But it's going to be interesting. What it's for is just to kind of introduce everybody first to our team. So I'm doing Dday first just to get us out of the way and let everyone know, who we are. Because you watch our videos, but that doesn't mean you know who we are. Tell you a little bit about us, and then just in general, players, what players look for, what they like, where they came from, what got them into the sport, all that good stuff. If you ever have any questions or someone you want me to interview, or if you want to be interviewed yourself, please comment or message me and let me know, and I'll go from there. But we did his, and one of the things that we asked him was about he wears cleats a lot, or always, I guess, exclusively.
Always.
He wears cleats. So what he was saying to Luke was, because Luke always wears his army boots, and it's just a different style of play between the two of them.
Mhm.
Luke likes his boots, Coco likes his cleats. I'm somewhere in between. I'm definitely more on the cleat side than the boot side. I've never worn boots, and I never want to because I think that they're too heavy.
Mhm.
And they slow me down too much. But on the other hand, they are waterproof, and that's really nice as opposed to cleats, not so much.
Yeah, I haven't found waterproof cleats yet.
So you go running through the water or the mud or whatever else. And,
Also, there's different cleats and there's different boots. You used to wear hiking shoes that were technically boots.
They were a hiking tennis shoe is what they are. And that's why I was saying I was somewhere in between. But I have since switched to specifically HK Shredders, which are cleats, but they're tennis shoe cleats. So like they're basically a tennis shoe with kind of a spikiness on the bottom.
Yeah, they
They're
kind of.
specifically made for paintball.
They are
where
specifically designed for paintball.
You use soccer or baseball cleats, right?
Yeah, baseball cleats.
So look forward to that interview on Wednesday. And, I think it'll be fun. It'll be good engagement. You can comment on there about, what you agree with him or what you disagree, or ladies, feel free to ask him out, that sort of thing. Luke says, we will see what shoe is better on Sunday, Coco.
All right. All right.
You need to go back to school.
He's still in school. I think he means we will see what shoe is better on Sunday, Coco.
Yeah, because he's coming to practice.
Oh, he's going to Iron City Hog practice.
And just b-ball practice.
Oh, just not the Iron City Hogs, just practice.
Just practice.
Okay. Luke, I'm sorry to say this, but when it comes to speedball, I'm probably going to put my money on the cleats over the boots because it's in the name. Speedball. Speed. So I'm gonna give that to his shoes. Not necessarily his play style. I'm gonna keep that out of it. I'm not gonna get in between that one.
Speedball's better.
But or not speed, not style on who's better.
Oh.
I'm not getting in between who's better. I'm gonna, but I
I
will
will.
say. Oh yeah, what will you say?
My money's always on Coco.
Your money's on Coco? I don't see any money on him. Is he stripping?
He might be later
Oh,
when this is not live.
uh-huh.
You can't give the ladies everything. They have to bid on something.
So Luke says he's still fast because he's small and quick and young. So I'm not commenting on what you are or aren't.
He definitely has more stamina.
But
than
Coco is also quite small, quite quick, and he's pretty young. Not as young as you, but
not as young.
like not old. He's not an old man like I am.
Man.
And
You've
fat.
been an old man since you were 12.
Ouch.
It's true though. I've had gray hair since I was 14.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Now behind us here, move, spread, is the map for D-Day.
Oh, wait. Chairs in the way.
So,
Loki,
anyone in the Pittsburgh area, June 16th, Dave Days at Three Rivers. A-Dog will be generaling the German team. I'll be her XO. What?
You pushed me out of the way with your chair.
You deserve that?
No, I didn't.
You can come back now. I just wanted to show the map. You can come back.
Okay.
So come on out, be a German, or be an American, get shot at. That's fine too. You can do that. I know some people like being shot.
No, you'll have the privilege of being shot by me because I'm just going to lay ropes down into the boats and that rind.
You can't see it down there.
I don't know if people need to see it. There you go.
Oh yeah, all the Disney. But yeah, so June 16th, we're going to be having our team meeting June 4th to talk about what plans we're going to be doing. Coco, you're going to be there, right?
June 4th?
Mm-hmm. It's a Sunday.
Is it a Sunday? I thought June 3rd was a Sunday.
No, June 3rd is a Sunday.
Yeah,
June 4th is a Monday.
June 3rd.
I won't be there. I'll be in Ohio.
Why are you going to Ohio?
Seeds. 3-man tournament.
Why are you always a problem?
I don't know.
Why are you always a
We'll
problem?
let him
That's
come.
why I said Friday night.
We'll come Friday night. We'll discuss, and then whatever Coco says, we'll relay to the other ones.
The other ones?
Yeah.
Speaking of what, I have your walkies here. You can take your walkies with you.
Well, didn't Eric break his?
Eric, did you break your walkie-talkies?
Oh,
I know he's not
I
on here
think
right
I
now.
just spilled the beans on that
Well,
one.
he bought them, so if he wants to break them, that's his own
Oh,
choice.
okay. I was going to say somebody can use them.
He paid for them. What's up, dog?
I don't know.
But yeah, so come on out, be German, be on our team, or be an American, get shot at and lose. It's fine too. Last year we won by what, 600 points? Last year we won by about 600 points. So the way that Dave Days works is the Americans have to get 2,000 points at the end of the day to win. The Germans, we don't actually get any points. We have to take points away from them. So it ended with them having 1,400 points.
See, now you can call it.
So we won. The year before that was our first time ever generaling, and we lost in the last 3 minutes of the game. That's not an exaggeration. We were up until 3 minutes left, and they took a prime flag position, and they ended up winning by 183 points. So, yeah, we lost literally in the last 3 minutes of the game. It's very upsetting.
Wait, was that the first year?
That was the first year we generaled.
Whatever. So the second year was when I played.
Yes.
Okay.
So 2016 is the first year that we generaled. But that was not only the first D-Day we generaled, that was the first game at all that we had generaled. And by we, I mean A-Dog. General A-Dog. And then the year before that, 2015, the reason that D-Day is special to Dunedain is because 2015 was the first scenario that we had ever done as a team. And we actually won most valuable team for that game at our very first scenario. So that was pretty cool.
Fergalicious.
It was Fert, John, Desi, Ray, and the two of us. So
Raymond.
So we had a lot of fun, and there was confusion that day, not only on our part, but like everybody's part. The whole German and American teams were both very confused that day. There was a little bit of kerfluffle, I guess is what you'd call it, at lunchtime. But it was, well, what happened was lunch was scheduled to happen at 1:30. I think it was 1:30, maybe it was 1 o'clock. Either way, it was at a specific time. Lunch was going to be at that time. And everyone knew that. That was a general announcement. Everyone knew. So for our particular instance, what we did was John was going to go out and cook lunch because you only had a half hour for lunch. We were cooking on the grill. So John was going to leave and cook. And about 1:25 or so, I got shot out. So I figured, okay, well, I'll just go back and help cook, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, 1:30 came and went, and the game didn't end. And then finally, like 1:48 or something, it was some random number later.
Like 2 o'clock.
But it wasn't 2 o'clock even. It was like
No, it wasn't.
it was like 1:53
but it was
or something.
closer to 2 o'clock. And what happened was that we were supposed to end the game to go to lunch. But instead of ending, there was a specific mission we had to do where the flag had to be marked, I think, in Joliet, so the castle. And every time the flag was taken out, the clock reset. And so the clock kept resetting. I think 4 or 5 times that happened. And when we finally left for lunch, it was
Quite a
a
bit.
half hour after scheduled time for lunch.
It was quite a bit later than it was supposed to be.
Hey,
So
we
there
got
was
another viewer.
I see that. Hello, viewer, whoever you might be, introduce yourself. But yeah, so that whole kerfluffle happened. That messed us up specifically, but then also just everyone was confused by that, but especially the Germans because we lost a bunch of our team. We were trying to hold it. It be me. It's Eric. Eric, now that you're on here, I heard tell a rumor that you broke your walkie-talkies already.
He did that at Mayon.
Yeah, he did.
What did he do?
I don't know. It stopped working and he said he broke it. You didn't hear that conversation?
I did not. What'd you do to them?
I think you fell.
Loki. Stop. I know,
I don't
Coco's
know
very
if
exciting.
that's from-
No, it's oil.
You broke the mic. The mic is in the earpiece mic, I think you press and talk into, or the actual walkie-talkie.
This is what he has to say about D-Day.
Paintball.
That we are going to step all over the Germans or the Americans.
One of those.
He's ripping up
Well,
ripping up
whatever.
France.
You paid for them, so like if you want to break them, that's your choice, I guess. Go ahead and break them. You paid for them.
He was so bummed. He
Some
came
of the
in.
mic adapter in the radio, and it snapped. I got it out with pliers, so we good. Okay, so you got the
More
actual,
good English.
you got the pin stuck in the side of the
I
block.
say we good a lot. I say that all the time.
I said that just a little bit ago to my sister, actually.
There's so many things I say. I'm surprised you guys aren't like, what the? What are you
I
talking
love
about?
you.
But anyway, so 2 years ago we won Most Valuable Team. That was awesome because it was our first scenario ever as a team. In fact, I believe it was my first scenario at all. A-Dog, it was your first scenario, right?
Yep, sat in a hole for an hour.
Talk, it was yours as well. And Luke was on our team. He was not Dunedain, but he was on the German team. No, I'm talking about that was 2016, Luke. 2015, were you on the German team?
When he was like 12?
He would have been
2017.
no
2015 was the first time we did it.
2015. Okay, so 2015 you were on German team as well. I may have seen him on there. I don't know. I didn't know him at the time. But then 2016 was the first year that we generaled, A-Dog generaled. They asked me if I would be interested, and I told them, well, I will if no one else wants to do it, but like I'd rather play. And A-Dog was like, well, I'll do it, and which worked out really well, because
Because instead of sitting in a hole for an hour,
See-
I get to sit in a tent for 8.
yes, okay. So Luke just sent me this little thing here. Notice the year on this picture, 2016. Luke, what year were we talking about just now? Anybody? What year were we
I
talking about?
remember the year.
15.
2015. That's right, Luke. You're a year off. Now we're talking about 2016.
It was also on the anniversary of D-Day as well.
Yes, it was June 6th. But anyway, yes. So they asked if I wanted to general. I said I'd rather play, but if no one else will do it, I'll do it. And then A-Dog said, well, I'll do it, and you can be my XO. So that was really nice because I do enjoy planning for the games and I think about them anyway, so I might as well plan for them. And
Wakes
A-Dog
up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I have an idea.
and A-Dog does a lot of planning, and we bounce a lot of stuff off of each other, which is really nice. But when it comes down to the actual day of the game, I get to be out there helping to lead the troops, but also playing, which is what I enjoy doing. And she gets to command everybody and make sure what needs to get done gets done. And she does that really, really well. And I think we make a good team doing that. So in 2016, Luke, that is when you were on our team, and that's when you were part of the speedball or the hyperball.
Paratroop. Or Kilo? That one?
Yeah. Well, he wasn't part of the paratroop. They paratrooped into Kilo as they always do, which is the hyperball field. The Americans went in there, and Loki and a few other not Loki. Loki, be quiet. Luke and a few others were waiting for them, and took them out, which was awesome. Took them out, and then we gave that group, which wasn't actually a cohesive group. It was just a group of kids that were there.
That was 2017.
No, that was 2016. Keep up. We're talking about 16 now.
Holy heck.
2017.
I feel like that was like last year. when that happened.
It did. It happened again because they always do it.
Yeah. They
In
paratrooped
2015,
into-
they paratrooped into Kilo and took it and held it the rest of the day. In 2016, they paratrooped in.
Yes, Eric.
That's next year. We're not there yet. Calm down.
See, that's where I was
He
Bring it
was
down.
answering Coco though, with Coco's question.
We're not there yet. Bring it down. 2016, they dropped in, and that's when Luke and some other people were there and repelled them. Took them all out. And I remember specifically telling Luke. He makes a lot of noises. I remember telling Luke specifically to hide in a specific corner because at the time, Luke, you were what, 14, 15? And, you know, he's a small kid anyway, but he was even smaller then. And he could very easily hide in these weeds that were there. Coco, you'll know when you first walk into the hyperball field, directly to the left. As soon as you walk into the left, there's all those weeds right there. I told him to hide in there, and I said, don't let them know you're here until they call go, and then pop them shoot in the back. I don't know. I don't think they actually let you do that. Didn't they make you move? The ref make you move from there? Well, it's going to take about 4 years to answer that question. So, Loki, can you get a quieter toy? Can you give him a quieter toy? So, Luke and the others that were there, A-Dog decided to give them the most valuable team for that year. And like I said, they weren't a cohesive team. They were just a bunch of like random players that were there. But if they hadn't have held that, we probably would have lost the game.
Sorry, that's his quiet toy, but I had to get him to want the quiet toy.
Maybe not lost, but it would have been a way closer because I think Kilo's worth 300 or 400 points, and we won by about
He was
600.
worth 500.
Ow! I just got attacked.
Kilo's worth 500
Sneak
points,
attack.
and we won by about 600. So it would have been much, much closer. So it's 2015, 2016 we lost. So we would have lost by a whole lot. Instead of 183, we would have lost by 683 points. So it was a big deal that they held on to that. obviously, Luke, you got the award. Do you have any idea who those other kids were, or the other people that were there with you that helped hold the beach there, or the hyperball field?
Are you gonna use that TM7?
Ever
Yeah.
or now?
Not now.
I don't plan on using it.
For
Why?
the event. For dday.
No, why?
Can I use it?
I guess
Does that
so.
work?
It works. Yeah. Every gun there except for A-Dog's Empire Mini GS works.
Oh, is it still doing that weird hissing thing?
No, I think it like officially broke the others. Like the
I don't like the way they're constructed, and I think it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
either apparently,
Sit.
from what I've heard,
Sit.
either you have
Sit.
no issues or you have issue after issue.
I got lucky with my
Lay down.
mini.
Hey.
I didn't have any issues
Lay
with the thing.
The problem is
Yeah.
that it fits me very well,
Mhm.
and they don't make a lot of guns for the smaller person. And I'm not talking. I don't need a kid gun. I don't want a kid gun. I'm a grown person.
Loki.
I don't think that they have enough options for smaller hands.
Yeah.
And you have tiny hands.
I have fine hands.
Don't like that.
Fine hands.
Uh-huh. They're tiny.
To a grown man, yeah, they're tiny.
I have small hands, but
You do have little girl hands too.
Shut up.
Punch
Hey, these
them in.
hands can do a lot of things.
Uh-huh. Anyway, Luke, you didn't answer my question. Do you have any idea who the other people that helped you hold against the airdrop? Do you have any idea who they were? No one asked you, Eric. No. Okay, so you got the award, and no one else. We don't know who they were. So
Well,
you,
good for you, Luke. How'd you get the award?
He's just too good.
Like, how did you nab the actual award?
he stole it and walked away with it.
I probably did. That wouldn't surprise me.
He
Unless
said-
John gave it to him.
He said, "Yoink."
Like, this belongs to me, bitch.
This is mine.
Well, in any case, so that's what happened in 2016. We lost in the last 3 minutes, and then last year we did win. And this is Eric, where you were right about the Team Blonde Boys. Again, the Americans airdropped into Kilo, which is worth 500 points, and we had a group of people there that held it.
They did a lot of other things, though, the Blonde Boys.
They did a whole lot of other things. That was one of the things that they did. They did a bunch of other stuff too. They were very engaged. But again, they weren't an actual group. This time they were an actual.
They were all
came
together.
They came together, and they were mostly wearing blue shirts, not jerseys, just like random blue
They had
shirts.
blue t-shirts on, and they were blonde.
And they were blonde.
Or maybe only one kid was blonde that talked to me.
And
He's gonna
Actually-
be.
I think only the one had a blue mask, but
They were all decked in blue, and the majority of the people I saw had blonde hair.
and then the one that came up to get the award, he's like, "I'm not blonde. I have
He
brown
was
hair."
blonde. No, he was-
Oh, and that
Hey.
that kid that came up to get their award, he was the one that was doing zombies with us as well. Remember that?
Which time?
The past.
You talking about Zeke?
I don't know. Terrible name.
From which?
But I just remember when we were staying at the fire and we were all talking, and he was talking about that event, and you said, "Oh, you're one of the blonde boys." He's like, "Yeah." I don't know if you remember that. That was
I was
like,
not there.
no, yeah, you weren't there. That was like one of the
It could have been Zeke. I don't remember.
last nights. It was
That's
always-
rude.
Well,
Eric-
he's gonna be.
Eric,
the
don't say
general-
that because he's a general again this
He's the
year.
general this year.
But yeah, so the Team Blonde Boys, they won Most Valuable Team. And actually, back in 2016, I ended up winning Radio Man because there were only 3 people that had radios. A-Dog was one of them, John was the other, and I was the third. So it was like literally she could give it to either John or me.
And I think I gave John the team one, and he gave it to obviously Luke.
Mhm.
because he was in charge of that mission. He's the one that
True.
rallied all of
True that.
Luke and all those people. So it was very
Eric says it was indeed
No, that's what I thought.
Zeke that was part of Blonde Boys. Zeke is part of Team Blonde Boys.
okay.
So
I
ADOG,
like Zeke.
ADOG likes naming teams.
I do.
So we have Team Blonde Boys, and then recently in Mayon we had Scruffy Blue Guys
Scruffy blue guys.
because most of them
They
were
had-
scruffy,
they
and
had blue
they all
jerseys
had
on.
blue on.
They had blue jerseys that didn't have names on them, but they had a team. They had their number and then their last name on the back of the shirt, but they didn't have
A name.
an actual name. I think there was writing on the shirt,
No.
So
but
she,
they were scruffy.
so she named them the Scruffy Blue Guys. So we've got Team Blonde Boys and Team Scruffy Blue Guys that have both.
I'm sure
won
there'll
things
be
for us.
another random team. You should go there with a name, even if it's a. And I asked
Just a made up name.
the Scruffy Blue Guys if they had a team name, and they said no. Give us one.
Did they really say that? They really said, "Give us one."
They said call us whatever you want, or give me one, give us one, or something.
She does just like naming teams, but I gave you the name of Minion because you're my minion. I needed a minion, and you were there.
Also, when there is a group of people, the only way to classify them is what they look like or what they have on.
Or last name.
Or if they have a team name.
And
Well, anyway, the point is that we plan on winning this year again, hopefully. That's our plan. And we prefer giving the awards to whether it be random people or new teams or smaller teams or just regular groups of walk-ons.
his team's hurt.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
I mean, how many times can Legion of Assassin win?
Yeah, like, so last year at D-Day, I specifically told
I'm lost.
me or me. Luke, what do you mean by me or me?
What is the event so I can clean stuff?
Eric, the answer to your question is June 16th is the day. Also, pre-registration is up already, or is up online. So I recommend if you're going pre-register, you get free paint. Get out of here. Stop chewing on wires and such. You give the award to me.
Oh, did I? Okay. I remember that.
Which award?
The team award. I think John pointed out Luke. He told me who those people were, and then I gave the award.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a picture somewhere on Facebook me giving an award. There's a picture. There was a picture of my ass.
Yeah, there was. Perfect shot, like right there. But anyway, so we prefer giving awards
Don't
to
wanna know.
unknowns or walk-ons or anything like that because it'll help spread the sport. You know, if you go to a scenario and you're just some random walk-on and you win an award, that makes you feel great, you know? Especially if you deserve it. You know, we don't just give it willy-nilly. You have to actually deserve it. But in 2017 for D-Day, we had the Whiskey Squad, and we couldn't have won without them, honestly. Like, they did a lot of work. And I specifically went over to Paul, he's the leader, and I told him, like, you guys were really probably the most valuable team overall, but because you're an established team, you've won this award many times. We couldn't have done it without you, but like we want to give it to someone new. And it's not like this. It's not like the Blonde Boys didn't do a lot of work. They really, really did. They're just less experienced. So we wanted to give them the award because, like I said, that makes you feel really good, and hopefully they'll come back and play more.
And the teams, they know that they're good. They know. Paul knew we couldn't win without him. That's why I auctioned my ass off to him. I knew that I needed him.
So dirty.
All right.
I did. I said that my ass was better than Smiley's and that you should come to the Germans.
Who's smiling?
Smiley was the general before. He was going to be the general last year. He's usually the general. But he couldn't make it due to some other obligations
I have that picture on my computer.
on that day. So I think Paul's the one that said that Adam should do it.
My brother said he wasn't very good.
I've heard that from many people.
Corey hates him. I mean, that's not really saying much. Corey hates a lot of people, but Corey said that he would go up to Adam and say, "Hey, this is what's going on. Maybe you should try this." And I think Corey went up a couple times, and Adam didn't give a shit, and Adam did what Adam wanted. And yes, we had powerhouse teams. We had Balls. We had Whiskey Squad. I think Command Bros showed up. We had Nick and Tilly, and we had a lot of bigger names in the area that people know. But I think the reason we won is because of our communication. We had
Yeah, right. Okay.
We had a walkie-talkie on every part of the field, and I listen. I'm not out there. I don't know what's going on, and I choose not to be out there. I like being in my little tent telling you guys what to do, but without you guys, I couldn't do what I did. So I think us winning had a lot to do with the communication between all of the teams, because there are also teams who don't care. They're out there to play. They're going to do what they want to do. They're not going to listen to you. And luckily, we had teams that listened to me. So I chalk up communication to that win.
And from what we've heard, obviously I wasn't on that team, so I don't know. But from what we've heard, Adam didn't necessarily listen to his team as much as maybe he should have. And that's probably contributing to why we won. Also, just the fact that we're better.
I think
we're just superior.
We were a better team.
I mean, one way of winning is listening to the people who's out there, because they're the ones that seeing what's going on. So
That's exactly right. And that's what she is saying is she doesn't know what's going on in the field. She needs to hear from not just me. I can't be everywhere either. We need everyone on our team to communicate and tell us what's going on so we can respond and do what we need to do.
There was the reason Blonde Boys got their award was that they communicated with me, and they came to me and said, I think they did the first mission, and they sat, I forget where they sat. They might have sat in the castle for 30 minutes. And they came up to me and they're like, we really want to be doing more. We just don't want to be sitting there. And I made sure that I did a mission, and they were available. So I put them somewhere where they could just not sit somewhere. So they were involved, or at least always came up to me when they were in the spawn point and asked what was going on. What could they do? Where do they need to be? So I think they really deserve that award for being, just, choosing a day to come out and play paintball and not really having the experience like Whiskey Squad did.
Why is Luke always picking fights with people? He's always picking fight with people on these chats. Last week it was you, Coco. This week it's Eric.
Well, I started the one last week because I called him a cheater.
Well, I mean, to be fair to him, he didn't cheat. To be fair to you, he cheated.
Yeah.
It was pretty cheap.
It was a cheap thing, but it was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing after that.
Like, thinking back on it, it was great, and it was a lot of fun, and we laughed about it. But at the time, he was pissed off because he was out, and I was pissed off because then I was all alone.
Yeah. And I still had a lot of paint left. I was like, damn, I didn't get to use much.
No one else has any idea what we're talking about.
No, it was a good time.
There actually is a video
I was
of it.
there. I know what you're talking about.
That's true. He has been playing longer than you.
He also just doesn't run out in the middle of the field.
He doesn't walk,
Walk.
Eric. He runs, as opposed to certain people not naming any names.
And he runs.
But certain people just like to mosey on out into the middle of the field and then just kind of stand there like, what? What's going on? Not naming any names there.
No name.
But some people do that.
Andy has a speedball gun.
Well, that can help.
He shoots very fast.
Not as fast as me.
You want to have a shoot off?
I mean, like, this isn't.
You can't even see it online.
What
It's
was
just-
that?
Double fingers. Double
We know what
chicken.
you can do with those double fingers.
Yeah. Whoa, jeez. Yeah, I can fire a paintball gun with that.
Exactly.
See, you can't really have a speedball off because they are like your guns are capped. Like you can only go so fast anyway.
Well, we can uncap them.
I know, but it still only goes to a certain speed.
Yeah, as fast as you shoot.
No, like at some point the gun does hit a limit. You
Well,
can't
yeah.
go faster than I think like 16 is.
Oh, here we go.
He will cook you.
Don't
Uh,
cook Coco. He's already
How do you
hot
drink it if you
and
don't cook it?
steamy.
I don't know. Luke, you do realize I've been practicing like almost. Well, I've been practicing twice a week for the past 4 months. So, who's going to be doing the cooking here?
He is sorry though. At least he's sorry.
It won't be too painful.
So speaking of that, everyone give a nice big congratulations to Coco. He's now officially part of the Iron City Hogs, which is awesome. Great for him. They're, for those of you who don't know, they're a local speedball team, semi-professional, I guess is what you'd call them.
Division 4.
But like still,
Yeah.
you know, so Division 4, for those of you who know what that means, for those of you who don't know what that means, there's, I believe it goes D1 through, there's pro, semi-pro, D1 through 5, and then
Beginner.
beginner and
Well,
novice.
there's one before beginner. Beginner is the lowest.
And there's novice.
No. Yeah, I
Novice,
think there's
and
novice.
then what, D1 through or D5 through
So
1?
they're D4, so they're like pretty mid-range there.
Mhm.
But you've only played what, one tournament with him?
Yeah.
How
So
long
he's
have
played
they
one
been a
tournament.
team? Like an actual.
The Iron
Sponsor.
City Hogs, they've been a team for I think 6 months now. Because the people that made Iron City Hogs used to be on 412 crew.
Okay, I thought they were older than that.
No, they were on 412 crew, and then they just created their own team.
Okay.
So that's when they
I
started.
think there's
recruiting
issues on 412.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories.
Well, there's like 50 of them. Of course, you're gonna have issues. You get that many people, you're gonna
I
have
didn't know
issues.
that there were 50 of them.
I
It's
don't
not
think there's-
50, but there's a lot of them.
There's
There's a lot of them.
quite a bit of them.
And there's a whole assortment too.
Well,
from
for
what I
being a
understand.
team, a new team, D4 is
Yeah, well,
congrats.
Yeah, and
good.
Mhm.
it's
Ridiculously
it's
good.
not bad at all by any means. It's higher than I'll ever be, that's for sure.
You also have to start somewhere.
You also have to start somewhere. But so Coco's officially a team member of the Iron City Hogs. He had played with them, and now he's a team member. So that's awesome. He's obviously still part of Dunedain,
Mhm.
but they're two different play styles. So he can. That's not a conflict of interest by any means. But if ever we do play a speedball tournament, we supersede. Just keep that in mind.
That's gonna be hard.
Look at that face. You joined ours first. So if ever that happened, you'd have to be on our team.
But wasn't that 5-man that we did in the woods? Wasn't Iron?
No, they weren't.
They
They were
weren't?
not there. No.
Oh.
That was before they started. I think. The Iron City Hogs. I don't know. I can't remember.
I swear that maybe they were around and they stopped and they reformed. Because I swear they were around before that.
I don't know. I'll have to see.
But in any case, congratulations to Coco.
Thank you.
Who, what?
What do you mean who?
Who, what, where, when? How? Yay. Go Coco. The 5-man wood ball. She was talking about she thought that the Iron City Hogs were at the 5-man, but they were not. There were 412 crew there.
Was there?
Yeah, but they went under a different name.
Okay. There was Humpty Pumpty,
Humpty
but they
Pumpty.
did something.
Renegade, Renegade 2,
Yep.
All Americans, and then another team that was also All Americans, but they named themselves something different.
Yeah.
Much like we will have at the 2-man tournament.
That was interesting.
Which there's what? Last time you checked, there
Uh,
were 3.
There were.
There were 4, but
There were
one
4.
did not have a person.
I'm about to check again and see what's going on with that. let's see here.
The funny thing is, Eric was at the 5-man tournament, Woodsball tournament,
He was indeed, yes.
and I don't know why he's asking.
There are still 4 teams. So there's Team BOD with Joe and to be determined or to be announced. And then there's Dunedain, me and A-Dog. There's Fat Bastards, which are Luke and Coco. And then there's the Squid of Excellence, which is made up of Kenny, Olivia, and Zane. Because even though 2 can only play, you can have a third on your roster. But there's 10 slots and only 4 players. So I think there's a pretty good chance that one of us will come in at least, I would say first, but definitely the top 3.
Yeah.
Won't it be sad if we're 3rd and 4th out of 4?
I don't think we're going to be that bad.
I hope not. But who knows? I mean,
Well,
these other
Tilly
guys might
and
be-
Nick are supposed to. They were supposed to join them,
They went last year. I know that.
and they got 5th last year.
Hopefully more teams show up for that.
I assume that a lot of teams will show up the day of.
Yeah.
That's probably
Can
what
you
will
do
happen.
that? Can you register day of?
My guess would be yes. He's pretty, from what I can tell, he's pretty
Is
easygoing.
that Tim Toy?
Where's that at again? That's over at.
It is
Bad
a
Company.
Bad Company, which is up in Indiana. I have a notification.
We should like scope out the joint before we do a tournament.
Nah. It's fun going in blind.
No, just
Hey, look, Dudadine's paintball is live.
Yeah, we've been live for 51 minutes now. Almost 52.
I got a notification though.
Huh.
I got that a while ago. I just haven't checked it. Well, do you guys have any topics you want to talk about? Luke, Eric,
I look high in the video.
you look
I
something.
thought you were staring at my boobs.
No. Easy now.
You're allowed to. I'm not gonna yell at you for staring at boobs.
They're nice boobs.
No, I'm staring at myself because I'm like, why do I look high?
You look something.
Maybe
Anyway,
it's just
Luke,
my
Eric,
Italian.
any topics you want to discuss? How about the 2 of you? Any topics you guys want to discuss?
No.
I've got an
I have
and a no.
I have angry topics, but nobody needs to hear me rant about stupid shit.
Is it painful really?
But I guess paintball would help it. You know, if I
Yeah.
there's a couple people I would like to shoot with some paintballs.
Yeah. I got a good story about practice yesterday.
He's got a good story. We're gonna hear his story.
Story,
So,
story.
When I was at P3 practicing, I was doing snapping, wrapping, and then sliding into snake. And
You mean
Wrap-
like wrapping around
yeah,
something?
so you snap out, and then once you get that guy in, you wrap around your bunker to shoot whatever is across the field from you, and then you go in when both of those players are in. And then whenever I was sliding, I felt something graze my chest, and then it hit my knee. So after I slid, I checked, and there was a metal stake in the ground.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I could have got impaled because I only had a cut-off shirt on because it was so hot, and that was scary. So I walked around the whole field and picked up all the stakes that were just laying
No,
around.
the earth is not flat.
No, we're gonna rapid fire through his questions here. So, is water really water? Yes, it is. Is fire actually hot? It depends on how you define hot. Technically, no, it's not. What it does is it makes the atoms move faster, vibrate. So it's actually more of a friction that you're feeling. So heat, is actually not. It's something else. Is the Earth flat?
No.
No.
Don't ask dumb questions.
It is flat relative to your 6-foot diameter that you can actually interact with. But if you zoom out by about a quarter mile, no, it is no longer flat.
Stop being dumb.
The world may never know. May never know what.
If you believe the earth is flat, I'm kicking you off my paintball team.
Normally, I don't let her make unilateral decisions like that, but I have to agree with her. So, fess up now.
And just so everybody knows, Isaac Newton, when he discovered or felt the effects of gravity, an apple did not hit him in the head. That is not true. It did not happen.
Love, what does that have to do with
Doesn't have to do with anything.
flat Earth?
It just
Well,
bothers me.
It's science related, I guess.
Science related. It has to do with a lot of things.
I don't think I paid attention. in that.
They teach it to you in school though, and it's not something that actually happened.
Okay. I was probably sleeping in high school at that time.
Well, maybe high school should teach us, how to apply for a mortgage
Yeah.
and write a check and balance a checkbook instead of algebra 2.
No.
Nobody really needs algebra 2.
I had fun in algebra too. Though. Whenever I knew math, I was good at it. Now I don't know anything, which sucks. Because I love math. I had a
You
lot.
just became my new favorite person. What did you say? Can you repeat that for everybody?
I love math.
Oh, I love you so much. I love you so much.
Especially
Why
chick-
is pizza round becomes on a square box? Well, first of all, not all pizza is round. There are square pizzas.
Yeah, Sicilians.
What would be interesting is if a round pizza came in a square box, but a square pizza came in a round box. Now that would be odd.
That would.
Secondly, not all boxes are square. For instance, Pizza Hut actually has more of a hectagon shape to it. The back is flat, pentagram. So it's got the back is flat, and then it goes like that. But then the front curves in like that before it squares. Now, overall, the reason for that is it's cheaper, easier, and more efficient to make a square box than a round box.
Wait, why?
If 7-Eleven is open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, why are there locks on the doors?
Because if somebody attacks them,
They need to lock the doors. Also, they do close occasionally for holidays or whatnot, or they just need to clean or whatever else. But mostly for security, they have to have a lock on the door. There's your answer.
Why did Eric say that was middle school Coco?
Of when you learn about gravity.
I can't even. That's way too far back. You know how old I am?
Old enough.
are you 25 now?
No, I'm 24.
You're 24.
What a whiner. God.
Who, me?
Yes.
I
I'm
wasn't
old. I'm 24.
Well, middle school was how long ago?
I don't know. You're the math liker.
Well, I can't do math anymore.
14. Okay.
14? Okay. 14 years
Not
ago.
14.
For me, it was what, 28?
No.
28
We were
years
in
ago?
6th grade in 2000. From 99 to 2000, we were in the 6th grade.
So 18 years.
That we graduated 6th grade, yes. We graduated 8th grade in 2002.
Damn, we old. We
So
old.
if you want to go by graduating middle school, 16.
We old. Jeez.
Yeah, we are. We're old.
And pretty soon, who's there?
But I don't look old.
We'll come back to that joke because it's going to take him forever to get to the next one.
Who's there?
Well, I already said it like 4 years ago. So pretty soon, A-Dog and I are just going to sit in the tent all day with our feeble old you whippersnappers, but we're still going to be commanding, and we're going to have all you youngsters doing all the work. Come on, Luke.
And then when Dan dies, I'll still be around because I'm not allowed to die
Until after me.
until after you.
You can die all you
I
want.
forgot the joke.
You're special. That's the only word I can come up with is you're special.
Why? How did we pick these people to be on our team, Dan?
Yeah, I got a good joke.
Coco asked, Eric asked, Luke. I guess technically he eventually asked, but like
Corey begged like
He-
a little baby.
he kind of asked about asking like 6 times until I was like finally just like, do you want to be part of this
Corey
game?
called me a god and begged like a little bitch.
No, he didn't call you a god. He said we were god status.
He didn't say you were God status. He said I was God status. And then I talked to him after I let that man stay in my home. He was like, I was trying to have a conversation with Dan, and you kept interrupting.
You did. We were having a man conversation.
No,
and you
you're
were
not
interrupting
having
it.
a man. Please. What men are you?
Which chicken?
Which chicken?
I saw a chicken cross the road the other day. You know what happens? It gets almost hit by a semi truck.
Anyway, Luke, which chicken are you speaking of? Because different chickens cross the road at
Yeah.
different times for different reasons. So I need to know a specific chicken and a specific time
And
in which he crossed the road.
Were stopped, and I was coming from our house, so I was going this way.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are we so-" And then all of a sudden, I noticed a chicken was crossing the road.
And that's how you start your day. And the question is, why? Why did he cross her?
He needed to get some baptism, apparently.
I guess.
He
Yeah.
needed to be baptized.
He wanted to be a holy chicken. It was about to be a flat chicken.
Everyone enjoys holy chicken. Well, he might have been a holy chicken too, depending on what kind of tires there were.
Yeah, that's true.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we have nothing else to talk about then, because Luke's just going on about nonsense at this point. So once again, the raffle will last until next week, and if anyone joins, great. If not, this is mine.
What if I want the ears?
If no one enters, then the ears are yours. And it seems like no one's interested in getting our hats, so whatever. Well, we will have
Because
more.
She's married to Dan already.
Coco loves me.
We will have more raffles with more paintball related things and other things in the future. I believe the next raffle will be a
Did you see
date with
what they
Coco.
were?
Yeah, I saw that.
HK already.
There can't be
Yeah.
two lovers. I'm not quite sure what you
What?
mean by that. Is there supposed to be a question mark there or a period?
He just jelly. Jelly, jelly, jelly.
Coco and Dan both love her. Who doesn't love her?
Yeah.
Luke, are you saying you don't love A-Dog? It's a loaded question. Let's see what his response is.
He's probably not going to say anything.
We all know that A-Dog scares Luke.
You scare him?
Apparently, I
I'm terrifying.
am terrified. Or he's afraid to see me mad.
Well, Luke, do you or do you not love A-Dog? Well, he's not going to answer. If you don't answer, it's an automatic no.
I choose my words carefully.
Okay, well, either put I do or I do not. Be careful. Type in the right words. Not to mention the fact that I'm not quite sure that you do. I like her as a good friend. Hey, dog, you hear that?
Can I say I love her like a motherly figure or older sister?
You could say that, except no one would believe you. Oh, Eric, he's saying that.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying
No,
that.
no.
Can I say I love her like a motherly figure or older sister? Yes, you can. You are free to say that if you wish. Do you wish to say that? Luke only likes you as a good friend. How do you feel about that?
Eh.
I think you just dropped down on her totem pole, Luke.
I guess nobody can beat my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
That's true. Coco made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for us.
They were good too.
He means that she's kind of like an older sister. You're kind of like an older sister, A-Dog, with a really nice body.
Corey was okay with,
The most boss older sister. Are you bringing Boss back? Eric, are you bringing Boss back?
please, Boss was already a thing.
See,
You
this
can't
is-
bring it back.
This is why Eric's my minion, because I've been trying to bring Boss back for like 10 years.
What do you mean, boss?
That's Boss.
That's Boss.
Okay.
You've never heard of that?
Mm,
When something's amazing.
See, that's because you're not Boss.
I guess not.
You're not Boss at all.
I'm just a snake. I have homemade jelly and peanut butter.
Prove it. Bring me some peanut butter and jelly. We'll see whose is better.
I don't know how you can outdo Jeff.
He doesn't say peanut butter is homemade. He says the jelly is homemade.
No, he says homemade jelly and peanut butter.
Oh, so both are homemade? Well, we'll see. Make us some sandwiches and we'll see which is better.
So that means he has goobers in his backyard.
What's it? You mean like a peanut?
Yeah. Don't they? Isn't that what?
Yes,
peanut
They're a
called
lagoon.
goobers.
They're called goobers.
You're a goober. You're a goofy goober.
I'm a goober.
Okay, good night, everybody.
Night.
Bye.